Well, hey artists, welcome back to the art room. Okay, check it out. All the ink work's done, light source has been picked. So now we're ready to actually start applying the color and shading our project and really bringing it to a finish. So you can see here's my big sample, which is why I can't work on the full-size paper because it just won't fit on my camera. All right, but there are lots of different medias we can use to start shading this drawing. Let's first talk about tried and true. Colored pencil. Ooh, colored pencil. All right. So we've already done our layered colored pencil draw along. We know that we can build up, pardon me, these different layers of color with a wax colored pencil and adjust it using black and white to create tints and shades, and also just using different values of the colored pencil, whether it be like a brighter orange against a darker red, to shade according to our light source. So I'm going to pick just a simple box. Let's start with a simple one here. And if my light source is flooding in from this side, I'm going to imagine that this is my light, this is my dark, tops and bottoms are middle, and then just to keep it consistent, I imagine this back inside would be pretty dark, and this would be probably a dark as well, or a middle. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to start with a light, and I'm going to use our layered colored pencil first. So I'm going to start with my red, right? But I could do a mixture of different colors as well. I'm using just kind of light pressure for the light first, putting it in. Like so. Okay, now over top of that I'm going to use firm pressure and go with my white and really blend it in to create this nice kind of soft pink color. Now you could go back into with a colorless blender. Remember those? Those are just the pencils or the sticks with pure wax in it. Great way to get that colored pencil really smooth into all the grooves and texture of the paper. Now we're working on watercolor paper because we're using mixed media, and one of our medium options is going to be watercolor pencil. So that's why we use the thicker paper. All right, my direct opposite, I imagine, would be my my dark. So I'm going to take my red again. I'm going to go with kind of a medium pressure, and I think my theme for this is going to be kind of like reds, oranges, and maybe some neutral grays. I think that's kind of where I want to stick, kind of create a warm palette this year as opposed to doing the cool blues and greens I did last year. Okay, and now I'm going to come in with my black, light pressure again. I don't want to obliterate the red. Remember, black is our strongest mixing color, so I'm using a light pressure with the black now to just shade in a little bit, just a little bit of color, and then back with that red again, now firm pressure to really blend and mix it in. And there we go. I'm shading these boxes now according to that light source. Now the pattern I'll treat as flat. I won't make it go with the light source, with the exception being of where I've applied it to boxes. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now if you want it darker, right, you just go back with your black colored pencil again, layer a little bit more in. Okay, my final is going to be the true red. That's my middle. All right, so I'm just going to shade that in nicely on this edge. And remember, two-point perspective is not realistic drawing. So we just got to kind of imagine what would be dark and what would be light on the inside. And I imagine this is probably going to be a little bit of a darker middle, and this will be real dark in here. So I'm going to use my black colored pencil to recreate that really dark side in there. And then just kind of a little bit of a darker middle on the inside there. So just a little bit of black this time, and then more red right over top of it. There we go. And you can see we've created the illusion of space. Okay, so working with the colored pencil. You could also kind of mix and work with colors as well. Let's say on the balloon here, I want to actually bring in for my light side. So again, light's coming over this way. So let's say I wanted to do this balloon in colored pencil. I could have kind of like the orange mixed in with some of this red, giving my little highlight behind. Okay, adding in maybe just a touch of the black on the dark side. And then let's say we wanted to bring even some yellow, grab a little bit of yellow here, in over top of that orange, right? And you can mix and layer colored pencil that way as well. Okay, colored pencil, one of the medias that we can use on our perspective perspective project. All right, check in with me in the next video where we talk about applying some of the pen and ink techniques we learned in our previous project to this one as well. All right, take care all. See you in the art room soon.